Pro Boxing Fans here with Dillian, the body snatcher. Right, Dillian, how are you, mate? How's things?
I'm good, not bad. Just got a little short notice job that I need to obviously whip myself in shape for, but it's all good.
You spoke about it there, and it is actually how boxing evolves. Fabio Wardley not long ago was on your undercards and you are headlining. Now, you're supporting him on one of his biggest nights. How does that feel? Is that just Dillian Whyte, just part of the process?
It feels amazing. Listen, I do what I have to do, man. I do what I have to do. I've always given the boxing fans good value and do what I have to do. And obviously, it's just necessary here. And I've always put a lot into the fighters I manage. And it's just Fabio. He doesn't listen. He's gonna do the job regardless of whether I'm fighting here or not. But it's just good. I remember what it felt like for me when I was having my big fights and he was in the changing room with me and he was. They're helping me, warming up and giving advice. If I need to warm up, you'd throw a few jabs. It's just amazing. And it's just good to have that immense support and team structure around you and big nights,
For you, Dillian, when you look at sort of the potential opportunities for you, you spoke about Joshua fight there. There's also a Chisora fight that was talked about, that rematch. There's also a Lawrence Okolie fight that there's been a back and forth with you guys, and obviously that stemmed from a couple of years ago. But for you, what excites you the most when I name them fighters to you?
AJ, Wilder, Fury, Parker, those kind of guys.
No, Okolie.
No, Okolie's a cunt, man. Okolie's a subhuman cunt. Okolie's chat shit. Okolie's an internet warrior, man. Okolie chat bare rubbish on the internet. Then when you see me, you see what happened last time in Manchester. It's all smiles and games, bro. Then when they leave, you're putting dumb internet stuff. But when you see me, you have the same energy, bro. Like I'm the same. I've been the same with you for years. Have I ever treated you different or any different? Have I ever thought shit about you on the internet? No. I'm the same, bro. Say something to me in my face when you see me. Voice your opinion in my face. You're a big guy. You're taller than me. Come over to me. You're 260, 270 pounds. Approach me and say what you have to say. You don't need to be in front of cameras and that. Approach me. You're acting like you're a bad man and you're a thug. Nice one, Frank. Thank you. Huh? Thank you. No worries. Thank you. No. You don't have to. Say what you have to say, bro. You act like you're a thug and you're a bad man and this, bro. These guys are chat shit, bro. These guys are chat rubbish, man. And the thing is, he's making it personal. He's making stuff personal. You understand? This boxing is one thing, but when you start to make things personal, don't be surprised. Anyway, let's move on in here.
Let's talk about Tyson Fury, another name that looks like, he's been dropping off all these messages and stuff on social media. Do you feel like, from what you see, that he's going to be making a comeback?
He'll make a comeback later in the year. Fury make a comeback later in the year. Of course, Fury's always done this, Fury's always done this. He's a guy that I think he might be a bit bipolar. I think he just gets bored sometimes and say, fuck this. Let me go back and shut the world and show them I can do it again. But he's done it a couple of times, so why not?
But do you need them characters in boxing? We need a bit of everything, right?
I was saying, me, Fury, Wilder, Miller, AJ retired in boxing. Who else didn't have with boxing? There's some great fighters. There's some great up-and-coming fighters, but there's no personalities. There's nothing. Tell me someone else who got personality apart from us old heads that's around. Tell me one other heavyweight that gives you like a good, funny interview with character, give you a good preference. That press conference today, when Julian that started speaking, I almost fell asleep. Fabio was lively, and they're lucky that they're at the end. Eddie and Frank and Mike had better banter than the fighters had.
Talk to me about Mike's rant. Justified, obviously now you're on Team Queensberry. Is it just something he needed to get off his chest? And someone that you've known and I've known for a long time.
He takes it personal, but Mike's in the gym with us and he shed blood and tears with us, so he just takes it personally, he takes it personally, and that's what you need, people in your team that have your back and take things personally, not just some people that will talk nice to you in your face but talk trash behind your back.
I saw Anthony Joshua actually in Riyadh about a week ago, and he seemed to be having a meeting with Turki Al-Sheikh, and it seems like the fight that they're discussing at the time is a Tyson Fury fight, possibly, if that fight does happen. Do you feel like that fight is the one that Tyson comes out for and the one that AJ hopefully recovers from this injury, fights towards the end of the year?
I don't know. I think there's talks of him fighting me as well, so let's see.
As in talks, have you guys had official talks, or is that just online?
There's some call between my team and his team, I don't know. I just focus on one step at a time, and then they just told me when they tell me. I don't like to discuss stuff and potential, and then you know, like these guys just chat shit about this fight, that fight, and then, bro, if we're gonna fight, let's fight, bro. You know, a lot of guys talk shit. If you're gonna fight, tell a team to make an offer. Then I know you're serious. I'm not waste time and energy just chatting shit, you know.
Just a final two from us. Eubank Ben, obviously I was there for that one. That was amazing. I mean, talk to me, man. When you see them sort of fights, you've been there on the big stage, but how much does that just want you to get out there? And do you want to see that rematch between the two fighters as well?
I'd love to see that rematch with the different terms. No rehydration clause. Okay. You know, I'd love to see it because I think Chris struggles at the weight, and then rehydration clause might have killed him. But Conor done exceptionally well. You know, he did amazing. I'm proud of him. You know, I'm proud of him. He did amazing. You know, but I think the rehydration, the weight drain. Listen, Chris Eubanks had a good chin, but lately he's been getting hurt and knocked down. And look at when he fought George Grove and Billy Joe Saunders and all those guys. You know, what I mean, they hit. George Grove hit him with a lot of punches, a lot. And George Grove, listen, that's part of George Grove. George Grove could punch. You know what I mean? George Grove was super middleweight that punched like a cruiserweight. You know what I mean? So, you know, so you can see he must be age and the weight, and that's killing him. You know what I mean? You know, I think I'd love to see with that rehydration clause. I don't mind him making the weight again, but then be able to rehydrate to whatever he wants. You know.
Just a final one. Talking about weights, and I was at the Canelo fight in Riyadh, covered that week, and just your thoughts on Canelo Crawford, man, in September. Obviously, difference in weights again.
I think Crawford beats him. I think Crawford is just. Canelo is amazing, but as we see with a bit of movement, he's a bit lost. If you stand in front of him, he kills you. But Crawford won't run like the other guy did, but Crawford move smart. He sort of glides around the ring. He fights southpaw, orthodox, and Crawford's accurate, and Crawford can punch as well. You know, I think Crawford beats him.
What about the weight in that fight then? Because obviously a lot of people are saying Canelo would beat him on the weight alone, but do you feel like the weight is...
Crawford's a big dude though. People forget, Crawford walk on at like 180, 190 something sometimes. Almost 200 pounds. He comes down, but he's a big dude, you know? And he's lean. Even when he's big, he doesn't look fat. He just looks, you get me? You know some guys when they get big, they look fat. He doesn't. He just looks like he kills himself to get down the weight, or he's very disciplined in his diet.
Fair enough. Dillian, look, it's always a pleasure seeing you. Good luck with the part of camp that you've got for this fight, and then I'll catch you on Fight Week, man. Thank you very much, Dillian.
This is boxing, and boxing's always moving, and pieces always changing, fighters winning, losing, rankings, and all that stuff. So it's normal. It's just all the process of boxing go, but onto Fabio and Justice. Listen, I sparred with Fabio years ago. I think he had like 1 or 2 fights at the time when I sparred with him. He came up and sparred with me, and I was thinking, this guy is a bit unusual. Just not power or anything, just the way he moved around the ring, and he was almost like a cat when he was sparring. He was moving like a cat. He was just pouncing and moving. He was moving a bit unpredictable, and you know the spring he had and his physique and his structure. I thought, you know what? It's something about this guy. At the time, he wasn't getting no fights, and no one was really paying much attention because he got from white collar. I remember speaking to the rest of my team and saying, listen, I think this guy is someone special, and I think he can be something special. And I spoken to Rob, who's been there with him as well, and I said, yeah, I think we can do something with this guy. At that time, I was just coming through. So, you know, I had to put a lot of my good faith and will into getting him fights and getting him on the cards and stuff. And I'm glad he gave me the opportunity to do it, and I'm glad that I done it, because look where he is now. And these guys sitting over here just saying, oh, he's just got power and that. Fabio said him to do research. Don't tell him that, Fabio. Don't be stupid. Don't tell him to do the research. Tell him, that's all he's got. Fabio's only got power. He haven't got anything else. That's all he's going to come with in the night. Just power. So you guys keep thinking that you guys going to be in for a big surprise. You know, there's a lot about Fabio. You know, I'm not saying that because obviously I work with him. There's a lot about him. I sparred him loads of time. We've been sparring year on, year off, and there's a lot about him. There's something that he does that's not just a bit. It's just not normal. I don't know what to say, but just the way he moves. He's a bit of a strange guy anyway, but still.
You sort of caught a bit of a stray there. A strange guy.
Is he on my side? Or is he supposed to be on that over there? Like what?
I just tell the truth. That's right.